Hello YouTube and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Elden Ring and we're doing the, another armor guide. And today it's going to be the 4 best assassin armors. And now obviously this isn't a class of armor in the game. It's kind of a fashion souls or Elden fashion or whatever you want to call it. Basically the ones that fit the roleplay best for it. Now one of these suits actually has great boosts that actually really help it be a much better assassin outfit. And the rest are mostly just for looks. And so they're all going to be kind of light armor, maybe medium at the best. But they're going to look real cool for an assassin, and some of them, like I said, will actually have legitimate boosts. So with all that in mind, we're going to start it off with this one here, the number 4 one I have on the list, which is the leather set. And I think this one looks pretty cool. It's got some hybrid stuff going on. You can see you have some metal up on this arm, just cosmetic little throwing dagger looking things strapped to it. Pretty cool looking, and you got some more right on this hip. But other than that, pretty standard. The hood doesn't come with the set where you get the set, so it's going to be two separate locations for this, but I think they go together rather well. I mean, you could wear lots of different hoods with this set, but I think this one looks the coolest with it. But yeah, so that is what the leather set looks like. As far as components for this one, you're going to need the black hood and then the leather armor, leather gloves, and leather trousers. And so for stats on the leather set, for damage negation, we have a physical of 14.4, strike of 17.2, slash of 14.2, pierce of 15.9, magic of 17.2, fire of 17.2, lightning of 18.5, and a holy of 18.5, giving it an average damage negation of 16.6. So pretty light, I would say. As for resistances, we have an immunity of 117, robustness of 69, focus of 82, vitality of 98, and a poise of only 4, and it weighs 13.9. So, yeah, that's it for stats. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, pretty light armor, but as an assassin, your idea is to be quick and sneaky and not really, front-on assaulty. And I like to pair all of my assassin builds with dual daggers. So that way, if you do get into a front-on assault, at least you can do the really, really quick attacks for the dual-wielding animations. So look at that. Looks really cool. But yeah, so that is kind of playstyle wise. As far as getting this set goes, it's going to be 2 different locations. So the first one, which is where you're going to get the leather torso stuff, arms, and leg covering, is going to be from the NPC patches. And so the most obvious place to find him is going to be in Murkwater Cave early in the game. Well, I mean, that's where you find him no matter what. But that's going to be the most obvious place to get this armor, because once you find his little section, and I'll show you it here. So here we're in Murkwater Cave. You just follow the main path down. There's going to be some highwaymen down here, which are pretty simple, straightforward enemy to fight. I like to just get them all up here by ringing their little dinner bell and then shred them apart. Like I said, they're pretty low level enemy, not great armor, not very fast. But yeah, so once you've taken care of them, you go off to this little side cave, and this will lead you down to Patch's little cave. When you first come here, there'll be a wall that you'll have to go past, a wall of mist. And you get in here, and there'll be no one in here. You open this chest, he'll appear up there, taunt you a little bit, and then you fight him. He's pretty easy to beat. Once you've beaten him and not killed him, he'll yield, and you can either accept his surrender, and then you can do his little quest line. Well, it's more like you just kind of follow him around until he appears at Volcano Manor, or you can kill him, and if you kill him, he will drop this set of armor. As for the Black Hood, it's going to be a different location. So for the hood, you're going to have to make your way up here into Altus Plateau, so you can see we're up here, right below the Volcano Manor. There's this little lake area that you come in, so you gotta come in through here, because this is kind of a steep rocky slope, and you make your way to the back of this area, and you'll find the Sage's Cave. So I'm in the Sage's Cave. Unfortunately, I've actually explored this cave in this playthrough, so all of the chests are going to be empty, but you're going to find this Black Hood in a chest behind one of the illusory walls. Now, like I said, I don't remember which one exactly, but I'm just going to show you where each illusory wall is, because this is not the only item on this list that you'll find in this cave, and I won't show it again. So just pay attention. We're going to go through the cave. Might speed it up a little bit, but not much, so you can follow along. But I'll show you all the spots for the illusory walls, so you can just go through each of them. So here's a spot where there's going to be 2 chests, and then right down from here to the left, there's going to be your first illusory wall, if there wasn't a wall between that spot. But right by these little sconces, and there's going to be, I think, 4 skeleton enemies in here. Pretty easy to take out. Just make sure you break their bones so they don't keep respawning. And inside here, you'll find 4 chests. If you don't find this item in here, you do find some other items on this list, I think in 2 of these chests. But, you know, there's one of the illusory walls. I don't know why that whole time I wasn't using the dual wielding attack. That's just kind of stupid on my part. So right here by where this guy was standing, you'll find another illusory wall with a chest behind it. If you go through here, you'll find another one right here, and there will be 2 more chests right here. And then that's the end. So it'll be in one of those chests. Like I said, I can't guarantee which one. But yeah, so it's in one of those spots. Like I said, I can't remember because I went through this cave already on this playthrough. But it's not a very big cave. They're all pretty quick to find. Pretty easy to remember. So just remember this location because later on there's going to be other items on this list that you find in this same cave. And it will also be behind some of these illusory walls. So that is how and where you get all the items to make up the leather set. So let's move on to number 3. All right, and so for our number 3 spot, so the second ones we're looking at on this list, we have the Bandits set. And now this one's got a pretty stock look to it. Probably a little less cool looking than the last one, but stat-wise just a bit better. Yeah, I kind of like how it looks. It's pretty cool, and of course you can customize it with different items to make it look a little bit different. But like I said, just a real stock look to it. As far as pieces for this one go, we have the Bandit mask, the Bandit garb, Bandit manchettes, and the Bandit boots. And as far as stats on the Bandit set go, we have for damage negation, physical of 16.3, strike of 18, slash of 19.3, pierce of 19.7, magic of 20.6, fire of 20.9, lightning of 22.4, and holy of 19.3, giving it an average damage negation of 19.6. As for resistances, we have immunity of 139, robustness of 79, focus of 128, vitality of 130, poise of 8, and a weight of 16.8. Considerably better poise than the leather set. Otherwise, stats are pretty dang similar, with the damage negation just being slightly higher on pretty much every account. So that is this set as far as stats are concerned. As far as getting the Bandit set go, there are a couple ways to go. For one thing, you could start as the Bandit class, and then you'll just start with this set. Otherwise, you can get the stuff from merchants or different people around the map in a couple different sections. So you can get the mask over here. So you can see we're in Limgrave. We're up here, I guess, in northern Limgrave. There's a bridge right here that you can cross, and you'll find a nomadic merchant here. Here he is. We talk to him, and we can purchase the mask from him for 1,500 runes. You can also get the short sword here and the halberd. So that is where you'll get the mask. For the rest of this suit, you're going to want to make your way over to Stormvale Castle, and when you come up here to the main gate of Stormvale Castle, so you can see where we are on the map, here's the main gate. You can make your way into this little side chute, and you'll find a guy standing here named Gatekeeper Ghoststock. And after talking to him and taking his advice on whether to take the back road or the main gate, you can actually talk to him again and access he'll sell stuff, and you can buy it from him here. Or if you've progressed already and beaten Godric the Grafted back here at the main boss fight for Stormvale, you can go to there. And probably, depending on various factors, you'll find him right about here, I guess. And you'll either find him here alive, or you'll find his stuff here on the ground. I don't know what makes the difference. Like, I don't know why sometimes he's dead and sometimes he's alive. But either way, you'll find his stuff here, or you'll find him here. And then you can either purchase the stuff from him here, or you can take his bell bearing back to the Twin Husks at Round Table Hold. And so if you've done the Round Table Hold because you have his bell bearing, you're just going to want to go over here to your Twin Husk Maidens, over here right in this middle room on the side. Talk to them. You'll offer a bell bearing. Of course, I don't have one to offer, but once you do, it'll be here in Bell Bearing Shop 2, Ghoststock's bell bearing, and you'll be able to purchase it here. So the Bandit garb, Bandit manchettes, and the Bandit boots. So that is the second set we're going to look at, number 3. Let's go on to number 2. Okay, and so for our number 2 spot on this list, we have the RAPTOR'S set. And so you can see it looks a lot like the Bandit set, which makes sense considering it shares a couple of the same pieces. And also the stuff that isn't shared is kind of just like altered version. So it's pretty cool looking. I think it looks considerably cooler than the Bandit set just because of, obviously, you have this big old kind of fancy looking cloak and the hood, which makes you considerably more assassin-y. Just overall, I think it looks quite a bit cooler. As far as equipment for this suit, you can see I like to pair the crystal knife with it. The suit itself is made up of the skeletal mask, the Raptor's black feathers, and then the Bandit's manchettes and boots. So you can get the manchettes and boots for from the same place that you get them for the Bandit set, obviously. You'll either start with them as the Bandit class, or you purchase them from Gatekeeper Ghoststock from Stormvale Castle. So that's how you get those 2 items. As far as the Raptor's black feathers and the skeletal mask, you're actually going to find them in the same location that we found the black hood for the leather set. I'll just remind you of that slightly after we talk about stats. So for stats on the Raptor set, for damage negation, we've got physical of 16, strike of 17.7, slash of 19.3, pierce of 19.3, magic of 20.9, fire of 20.9, lightning of 22.4, and holy of 19.3. 19.3, giving it an average of 19.5. As far as resistances, we have immunity of 129, robustness of 77, focus of 136, vitality of 136, poise of 8, and a weight of 16.8. So stat-wise, it's going to be pretty similar to the standard Bandit set. You're going to swap a couple things here and there. So we have a higher focus than the Bandit set has, higher vitality, same poise, it weighs the same, the immunity is a little bit lower, and the robustness is about the same. It's pretty close to being the same thing, but this one looks considerably cooler. As far as getting it goes, like I said, I already just recently in the very last armor set showed you where to get the manchettes and boots. But again, just for a reminder, you get the hood and the body part from the Sage's Cave. So it's the same thing as the black leather thing. You're just going to want to go through and check behind the illusory walls. I'm pretty sure it's in the very first illusory wall, and they're going to be in chests right next to each other. Pretty easy to find once you've made your way to Altus Plateau, but that is how and where you get it. All right, and so finally at number 1, we of course have the Black Knife set, which is not only the best one stat-wise in the game, because the stats on this thing are just crazy considering how sneaky it makes you, but also I think it looks pretty dang cool, and I think probably most people would agree it's the coolest looking out of all the ones on this list. So yeah, the Black Knife set, pretty epic. As far as the pieces that make up this one, we have the Black Knife hood, the Black Knife armor, the Black Knife gauntlets, and the Black Knife greaves. And of course, you gotta pair it with 2 black knives. As far as stats on this set goes, they're considerably better than the rest of them on this list. We have for damage negation, physical of 24.5, strike of 23.4, slash of 26.8, pierce of 26.8, magic of 18.7, fire of 20.3, lightning of 14.2, and holy of 24.5, giving it an average of 22.4. As far as resistance goes, we have an immunity stat of 65, robustness of 108, focus of 54, vitality of 54, poise of 29, so significantly higher than the rest on this list, and weight of 21.8. Pretty great stats that way, like I said, considerably better than the rest on this list. Whereas the other 3 sets were easily classifiable as light armor, this one is at least medium armor, but possibly heavy armor, given the way that it works. But trust me, you don't sacrifice any sneakiness for all of that extra protection. As far as getting the set goes, you're going to have to make your way up to this Sacred Snowfield region, which is kind of a secret region, really just because if you follow the main storyline and don't do any looking around, you're probably not going to get into it. But as far as getting into it goes, you have to have progressed far enough to get up to the Grand Lift of Rold, and to do that, you have to complete the first boss fight at the Elden Throne and make your way up through the Forbidden Lands to the Grand Lift of Rold. Once you do that, you can ride up into the mountaintops of the Giants and make your way up to the Castle Sol. And then you fight your way through Castle Sol, and in this back section here, it's just a straightforward castle. There's really no way to get lost. You will find the first half of a secret medallion, or second half, depending on if you found the first one already. But there will be a secret medallion that you'll find half of it here, and the other half you'll find down in Liurnia at the village of the Albinaurics. And you can just go up a little small hill in this village. Behind a couple buildings, there will be a large pot that you can strike, and it will turn into a man who will give you the other half of this medallion. So once you have those 2 halves, you can take them to the Grand Lift of Rold, you can raise the secret medallion instead of the regular one, and it will bring you up here to the hidden path to the Halig Tree. Once you do that, you can come out onto the consecrated snowfield, and just keep heading north from there until you find the Ordina Liturgical Town, which is where we are right now. Then once you're found here, it's actually really simple to get the suit of armor. You're going to have to ride around the town to get to the back of it, until you see this little bridge thing here, or staircase, and you'll find a body underneath. And on this guy, you'll find the Black Knife hood, the Black Knife armor, the Black Knife gauntlets, and the Black Knife greaves. So pretty straightforward. Like I said, once you've made your way to this region, it's really easy to get the suit of armor. Obviously, this is a pretty late game region, and a lot of the enemies in this region are going to be just really dangerous. Maybe not as straightforward as I'm making it sound, but there's no complicated process of getting it once you've gotten to the consecrated snowfield. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope if you were looking for any of these sets, this video helped you. But that's all for today, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you liked this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching, and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.